My name is Jordan and I'm 14 years old. I love mathematics. I feel like so many kids in our community aren't that confident when it comes to math. So my goal is to increase your confidence when you're doing math. So today I'm going to teach you how to add and subtract fractions. The equation that we have is 4 over 8 plus 3 over 8. Well, let's look at the parts of a fraction first. We have the numerator and we have the denominator. The number one rule when adding or subtracting fractions is to never add your denominators. The denominator always stays the same. So the first thing that we're going to do is write 8 under the fraction sign. Now for the numerators, it's pretty simple. You just add them. 4 plus 3 is 7. So our answer for this equation is 7 over 8. Now, what about subtracting? Well, this equation is perfect for that. 4 over 8 minus 3 over 8 equals, again, you keep the denominator the same, and then for the numerators, you subtract this time. 4 minus 3 is 1. So our answer is 1 over 8. Now, that wasn't so hard, was it? But what about when your denominators are different? For example, we have 1/2 plus 2/5. Well, here are some steps that I have over here. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to find the least common denominator, or the smallest number that both 2 and 5 can fit into evenly so that the denominators can be the same. One quick way of doing this is to just multiply 2 and 5 together. 2 times 5 equals 10. Sorry about that 5. 2 times 5 equals 10. And that is our common denominator. So we're going to move this equation over to rewrite the fractions, which is step 2. So our denominators are going to have 10. So how do we get to 10 from 5? We multiply it by 2. 5 times 2 is 10. Whatever we do to the bottom, we do it to the top. So now we do 2 times 2, which is 4. And now we do the same for the top. 2 times 5 equals 10. And now we do the same thing with the 1. 1 times 5 equals 5. Now we can subtract because they have the same denominator. Now you remember the rules. You keep the denominator the same, and then you can add your fractions. Add your numerators. 5 plus 4 equals 9. And that is your answer, 9 over 10. Now, let's try subtracting fractions with different denominators. We have in the equation 5 over 6 minus 1/3. Now, first step, find the least common denominator. The least common denominator of these two is 6. 6 goes into itself one time, and 3 goes into 6 twice. So now we move the fractions over. And by the way, we don't have to rewrite this fraction since the denominator is already 6. We only have to rewrite this one. So let's just move this one over. 5 over 6. So how do we get to 6 from 3? Well, we multiply it by 2. 3 times 2 is 6. And don't forget, you do the same thing for the top. 1 times 2 is 2. So now you can subtract. First, you keep the denominator the same. And then you subtract your numerators. 5 minus 2 is 3. And now we simplify. 3 over 6 is, the same as 1/2 because 3 is half of 6. So our simplified answer is 1/2. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope now you have a better understanding on how to add and subtract fractions.